Big ass, how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over in the damn break room, y'all. All right, so y'all see the title and y'all see the thumbnail, honey. We are back, okay? We are back like we never left. Yesterday, if you were in my live, if you weren't, please go back and watch that live video. We had 3 different stories that we talked about in that live. We talked about StrongMommy Chrissy putting out a video saying that her and her children, her 9 children, are unhoused. We talked about My Jazzy Life finally breaking down, buying her a new cell phone or upgrading her cell phone so she can put out content. And then we also talked about the Keontae and Tanae situation. Okay, so if you guys are interested in any of those stories, if you follow any of those channels, please make sure you go back and watch my live from yesterday. It was a good live. Okay, we had some good conversations in that live. And so Keontae actually put up another video I just seen today, where I'm not going to react to that today. I need to go watch it, get my thoughts together, and come back to you guys with my commentary on that. We're also going to get into the Shirley Strawberry saga over there. If you guys are not familiar with Shirley Strawberry, she's a female that is a co-host on the Steve Harvey morning show or Steve Harvey talk show. Well, her husband, Ernesto Williams, was arrested last year in July, and he's been in jail ever since for a slew of charges. Well, their phone conversations, along with other phone conversations Ernesto was having on while in jail with his mistress and with his wife Shirley, have made it to the internet. And there is a channel out here dedicated to putting out those phone calls. It's called Phone Calls from Jail. And it's very, very interesting. Okay. Now, I definitely have been listening to those phone calls and kind of jotting down some things. And I will say this, prior to all this coming out, obviously I knew who Steve Harvey was, right? But I'm not a big fan of Steve Harvey, okay? I like the Ricky Smiley morning show. I don't even listen to that anymore. But back in the day when I used to listen to, morning radio on my way to work, Ricky Smiley was the show that I would listen to. That's the one I enjoyed. Back in way back in the day, some of you guys, if you're from the Chicagoland area, y'all remember the Doug Banks show. Okay, rest in peace, Doug Banks. I was into that. The Tom Joyner show. Those were the shows that I used to like to listen to in the morning. But I'm not a fan of the Steve Harvey show, so I didn't know who Shirley Strawberry was. So Shirley Strawberry is one of the co-hosts on that morning show, and she reads a segment called the Strawberry Letters. Basically, if you guys remember, when I used to do a sis needs help, so she did the same thing where people would send in situations they got going on and wanted her advice, and she would read those. Well, y'all, it appears that Shirley herself has turned into those letters, okay? Based off the phone calls from prison, based off those, it's called Phone Calls from Prison. Prison, jail, child, same thing. You're locked up, okay, essentially. Based off those phone calls, it's basically, obviously, y'all, it's the behind the scenes things that we're not privileged to, okay? Things that we definitely are not privileged to are surfaced in those phone calls. And it's very interesting to listen to the way Ernesto communicates with Shirley, his wife. I think they've been married since like 2015. And Shirley has one child. Her name is Sheridan. and Sheridan and her children are involved in these not they're victims of whatever crimes. There's a slew of charges that Ernesto, Shirley's husband, has been charged with. So we're going to get into that as well, because I definitely have a lot of thoughts about that. Just listening to it. One thing I will say, Shirley is, a lot of people say she sounds very naive and gullible, but y'all, some people don't realize this. Back in the day, you got to understand too, Shirley's like 69 years old. Okay. So she definitely is a seasoned auntie. Okay. And way back in the day, it was a such thing where women knew that their husbands were up to no good, but as long as he paid the bills, they just kept their mouth shut and just looked straight ahead, right? And Shirley reminds me of that type of woman. Okay, just as long as he bringing the money home and he come home, he may not even got to come home every day, but as long as he don't move anything out that house, like some clothes, some shoes, as long as he don't move anything, as long as he shows up to that house, if not every day, but every other day, honey, they're fine with that. And she reminds me of that type. Now, to say that it's odd that she didn't know half of what he had going on. Now, Ernesto definitely has a history of, criminal behavior. Was she aware of that? I don't know. I can't see this man, not telling her his past. Then maybe he didn't tell her his past. But she sounds like she had no idea that he had. Imagine you having a husband and he left for whatever reason. Let's just say he went to the store and say, honey, I'm going to the store. I'll be right back. And he never comes back. And when you hear from him again, it's, you have a collect call from Ernesto. And you holding the phone like, huh? So that's kind of what her situation is, right? So she just reminds me of the wives way back in the day where, they knew to stay in their place and don't ask any question when it comes to the husband and what he does to bring home the bacon, so to speak. She reminds, based off the way her mannerism on those phone calls, she just reminds me of that type, because there's one phone call in particular that her and Ernesto were on the phone, and she was basically gossiping about some stuff that she got going on. And in my mind, I'm thinking, sis, why are we gossiping about your personal life out on the outside and your husband is in here facing a whole bunch of time? And it was Ernesto entertaining the conversation. And in my mind, I'm like, why would you, like, I'm not saying Ernesto should have said, Shirley, shut up. I got bigger fish to fry. But it was just, it was the way they were carrying on as if this man is not facing a lot of time. Now, again, y'all, these were phone calls last year, because again, he's been locked up since July of last year. I don't know if there's recent phone calls from this year. I would think after the phone calls have now hit the internet and are talked about in all the blog sites, I'm pretty sure Shirley's probably not talking to him on the phone anymore. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is her and Steve Harvey, the show, are supposed to be discussing these phone calls. So I guess they're calling this up trying to get ahead of the story. And that's supposed to be, I believe it's supposed to be spoke about on tomorrow, right? So I'm interested to hear that too. All right, y'all. So welcome to the live. I just wanted to give y'all a prelude of what's to come on some, recent reactions or future reactions, excuse me. And we're going to get into what we've been talking about since yesterday, this StrongMommy Chrissy situation, coming out saying that she was unhoused. Okay, her and her children. So now, do you think she will turn on him? I think so. I think right now Shirley is probably in flight or fight mode. And in order to save herself, she would most definitely need to. She definitely would need to save herself. Ernesto definitely took advantage of Shirley. He definitely took advantage of her. I believe he married her, that woman. It definitely wasn't for love. I definitely feel like on his part, it was for opportunity. He wanted an opportunity to her social status and her money, right? Now, he had a couple little coins, but his money was, made illegally. Her money was legal. So I think a lot of him got with Shirley because he was going to try to figure out a way he could wash a lot of that illegal money. Unfortunately, women get led astray. A lot of women get hoodwinked into situations and just don't know any better. And you would think because of Shirley's age, she should. Let me say that should know some better, especially her being in a situation where she, for the past 10 years, she was on Steve Harvey's show reading a lot of the stories that she's actually living now. You would have thought that she would have saw a glimpse of a red flag somewhere, but y'all, we know a lot of people know the red flags, but they ignore it. Kimmy K said, did you know that Steve introduced them? It's rumored that he introduced them. I don't know for certain. I'm still trying to play around with the internet to figure that out. I know Steve gave her away. He walked her down the aisle. I do know that, but I really I think that came from the fact that, they're so close. But also, a lot of that had to do with, she worked with Steve and Steve's her boss. And I'm pretty sure she looked up to Steve. But in some of those phone calls, and one of the phone calls, excuse me, she didn't speak very highly of Steve's wife. So, like I said, y'all, it's a lot of controversy around those phone calls. And I'm pretty sure now that Shirley is aware that those phone calls are out on the internet, I know that lady's probably kicking herself in her ass, But, it's a funny saying how people are smiling your face and talk about you behind your back. That definitely, her conversation about Steve and his wife is definitely, in my opinion, symbolic to a person to smile in your face and stab you in your back and all in the same damn time. Now, she didn't really say anything that was extremely damaging, but it was just the fact that she was, talking behind that man's back, and how her and Steve handled that situation, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Okay. You can hear the audio on it's a channel here called Phone Calls from Prison. You can go there and you can definitely hear the phone calls from there. There's other channels that have it too. Chronicle Speaks have it. There's other channels that have it too. But I know that's the channel that actually paid for the phone calls and brought them to the internet. And there's other channels that are using those phone calls as content, but I believe they're getting permission from that channel, excuse me, to do that. Steve can't have company unless she not hump. Baebay. Yeah, that's what I heard, BC. So we're going to get into those. I'm still waiting on some other things so I can go ahead and talk about those phone calls, but I found them to be very interesting. Here's the thing. We all know, or if you don't know, when you're in jail or prison, either one, your phone calls are definitely monitored by the police, right? If you don't know that, now you know, right? So it's funny that your phone calls can definitely be monitored by police, especially Ernesto, since he's a seasoned criminal. He was aware of that, right? Because even in one of the phone calls, he told Shirley, hey, don't talk too much because they listening, right? But it's funny that he was worried about the police and the internet was his bigger problem. Because once the internet got a hold of those phone calls, honey, they done sliced them and diced them, chopped them all down. So, while he was in there worried about the popo listening, child, you should have been worrying about them getting to the internet, okay? Because that, to me, that's an even bigger problem for the internet to get it. You said Marjorie needs to go ahead and write the book because a lot of women are looking for that come up. Yeah, that's true. I wonder if Steve will talk about the mess that come out about him and Marjorie. At the end of the day, they gonna have a way of addressing the situation. They're not gonna get on here and talk about it like Shirley did with Ernesto over the phone. They definitely are not gonna handle it like that. I really feel like they're gonna talk, but they're gonna say a lot of nothing, in my opinion. Right? It's just gonna be a lot of nothing. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Let's get into our conversation about Strong Mommy Chrissy. So Strong Mommy Chrissy put out a part 2 video to her first video where she told us that they're homeless. Okay, her and her kids are homeless. And you know, the internet in this mommy community yesterday, we was all kind of in an uproar because we was like, wait, huh? Homeless girl, what you talking about? You just came off this extravagant birthday trip in New York. I mean, are you mistaken, or was this sis, did you have a typo in the title of the video? Well, no, it wasn't a typo. Chrissy came out here and spoke on the reason for her being homeless. Okay, so we're gonna take her video was like 30 minutes long, her live stream. We're gonna listen to maybe 10 minutes. Okay, we're just gonna listen to a certain part of why Chrissy basically said that her and her children being unhoused was on purpose. Okay, so before we get into that video, make sure you guys look at your cell phone device if you got a tablet in your hand or if you're on your laptop, and make sure you guys click the like button, okay, for this channel, for the break room, and I definitely would appreciate it. Okay, she said she's unhoused, not homeless. Well, you know, sis, she's definitely living in someone's home, but it isn't her home. So I guess you can say, you know, just like if you're living in a hotel, technically you got a roof over your head, but you're still considered homeless because the hotel is not your house, right? So in my opinion, Ezra's, it's pretty much the same thing. Unhoused, unhomed. I mean, I guess unhoused is a cuter way of saying homeless, in my opinion. Okay. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Let me go ahead and pull up this video. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's see. The real reason behind my homeless. Okay. So we're going to start probably about the 14-minute mark of this video. Oh, okay, Ezra. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Tennessee,
So,
Hennessy, our family, our journey. Everybody in the chat, welcome. Welcome to the break room.
Anywho, what was I about to say? You guys, the kids are out here and they are distracting me. I should have picked a different spot to do a live stream. Too many distractions. Anyway, fuck it. We're gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna stop again in a second. Anywho, hold on a second, you guys. Jesus.
So I'm gonna say this, y'all. You can definitely tell when Chrissy's going through something because she doesn't have on eyelashes. The nails are not nailing. The wig definitely isn't wigging, and she definitely looks like that right now.
All right, this ain't our hood. Quiet. All right. No, but my kids are not used to having to be quiet. Just trying to make sure. Okay. So anyway, let me right, thank you. Well, hit that like button because it's free, don't cost you nothing. Back to what I was saying. Hold on, this
that could be Trinice.
I just tried to sneak out for just a second. Hold on.
Child, we know Chrissy can never talk on the phone. It's funny though, she keeps talking to the kids, but it's like, where are the kids at? Because you never even hear them. So it's like, are they in the house, coming to the door, asking questions or whatever? I mean, she got 8 kids living in the house with whatever house she's living in. Of course, they're going to need attention, especially the little ones. Tennessee Hennessy, yeah. Yeah, if you have, most women are like that. If they're really into their nails, one broken, you honey, you got to go get the whole thing redone or put you a whole new press on set on. Sabrina, you're asking if she's living with her mom. She said family. She didn't say which family member. So I don't know.
All right, sorry y'all. Onyx is being real rambunctious right now. He's not trying to listen. So many different comments. I can't see everybody, but I'm gonna say what I have to say, and then I'll read some comments real quick. But what I was trying to say was that I want you guys to completely understand exactly what's going on right now and to not be confused. This is not a financial issue, okay? This is not because I cannot afford my rent. This is not because, you know, whatever. It's not because of any of that. My lease is up. My lease was up. And I decided I did not want to renew. That was a choice. I did this on purpose. I want to make that very, very clear. This is not like a mistake or like something that I wasn't prepared for. I absolutely knew and made the choice actively to be in this position. Am I comfortable? No, I'm not. I don't want.
So let me say this. Then who consciously makes a point to make themselves uncomfortable? Again, you not wanting to renew your lease or not willing to renew your lease. Yes, we understand as renters, there are times when you know ahead of time that you know for sure, for whatever reason, the neighborhood's bad, the rent's going up, you don't like your neighbors, you don't like your landlord, you don't like the house anymore. So when it's time for leases to end, people know ahead of time, when this lease is up, I'm not going to renew it. Yes, that makes sense. But when you make those decisions, you know you got to have somewhere to live, right? Most adults, again, not all, and I want y'all to listen to me when I talk, because a lot of times I notice in the comments, y'all have selective hearing. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Most adults make the decision to not renew their lease, right? However, when they make that decision, most adults, especially if they have children, know that they're not going to renew that lease. So they start looking for a place that's affordable, in a better location, bigger, whatever their situation, or smaller, whatever the situation is, ahead of time. Because most people, not all, most people transition from one establishment, one spot. We're going to use Keontae's word, one spot or one place or one home to another. Most people, right? So for Chrissy to say that she knew ahead of time that she was not going to renew her lease and they were going to be moving, okay, but why didn't you plan to move into another place? Now I know what your guys' answer is going to be to that, and I'm going to answer that as soon as we finish listening to her explanation.
To be comfortable, because it's time to change. It's time to do different things. And behind the scenes, absolutely. You guys, please do not take
welcome to the membership, sis. Thank you so much.
Of what I've showed you and let that run rampant through your minds. Please know me. If those of you who have been rocking with me for so long, you guys should know me by now. And so I feel like all of us are on the same page, but there's a few of us who just don't understand. And not all situations fit inside of a box. I chose to do this on purpose. There was a few different reasons, but definitely a choice. Okay. So, I mean, that's really all it is right now. So will there be bigger and better things coming? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for my blessings. I'm ready to take.
So again, what do you mean you're ready for your blessings? If you on purpose unhoused yourself, what blessing are you waiting on? Now let me say this. For all of you all who've been following Chrissy since she's been on this platform, y'all know Chrissy has a history of breaking leases. Okay. So Chrissy herself, I'm not passing a rumor. She spoke on this herself, does not have good credit. So the fact that Chrissy was able to relocate from Texas back to Denver and find a place to live, in my opinion, is the blessing. Because she already has history in Denver, because that's primarily where she was having her children, where she raised her children until she moved to Vegas about 4 years ago. So because you are, listen, think about what I'm saying, y'all. If you're a person with bad credit and it's hard for you to find a place, and you end up finding a place with your bad credit, wouldn't you stay there until you do what? Either find a place that's more affordable for you, or, obviously work on your credit so you can either buy a house, or if buying is not an option, because buying is not an option for everybody, right? Or if you want to continue to rent, at least you can rent another place, because now you've built good rental history at the current place, and you've also improved your credit. So now when you get ready to find another place to live, if you have to rent or whatever the situation is, you probably won't have to pay a high deposit, because again, you got things working for you instead of against you. So Chrissy is that person who does not have good credit, who I'm just going to assume hasn't worked on it, because she hasn't spoke about it. She didn't speak about it in this video. So if you are that person who does not have good credit and you were able to find a place, why would you move? Now, I know some people saying, oh, or maybe they wanted to sell the house. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Even currently right now, where she's sitting, Chrissy doesn't look like she's sitting in a neighborhood. She's not sitting in a neighborhood. She's sitting somewhere else. And she's also sitting on the ground. If you're sitting in somebody's backyard, child, where is the lawn furniture? You know what I mean? So it's given she's sitting like, her background gives like the back end of a strip mall. Again, that's just my assumption. However, Chrissy, I don't know. It's just odd how she handles her situation. She speaks on the reason why she flew to New York and celebrated her birthday, knowing that she was getting ready to move. And she said the reason why she did that, because she was comfortable with that decision, because she knew she had to move, right? But yet you're sitting here saying that you're uncomfortable right now, but you and your children have a roof over your head.
I'm just ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I chose to do this. I'm happy with my decision. I just, am uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. So am I unhoused? Yes, we are right now. But we are housed, thank God, because I have family and that's who we're staying with. But this was definitely a choice that was planned over months. Okay, so I already knew this was happening. You guys just didn't know. So now it's news to you. But it wasn't news to me. Like, it wasn't a surprise to me. I knew exactly full well what I was doing and what I was planning on doing. So yes.
But that's the thing, sis. If you were planning on this for months, why wasn't the plan to move from one place to another? Especially, school just started. Literally just started. Now, is Chrissy able to keep her kids at the same school? I don't know, because we know from past history, Chrissy never gets a vehicle that's big enough to fit all her kids. Now, all of her children are in school except the youngest one, Onyx. So she has 7 kids in school. Imagine Chrissy taking 7 kids to school in that Tesla. So, sis, how do you manage to get all the kids to school in the type of vehicles that you show us that you have on the internet when they don't look big enough to fit your whole family. So do you take a group of kids and then come back for the other group? Because she has children, high school, middle school, and elementary. So I'm just going to assume those are different schools, and more than likely they're not sitting next to each other. Even if she managed to keep the kids in the same school that they were at, that she registered them in at the address she just moved out of, more than likely where she's staying is not in that neighborhood. So you're going to have to take them to school, or you transfer the schools in the very beginning of the school year. Now, again, you guys, I understand Chrissy is a favorite to a lot of you guys, but let me just say this. How is it any different for Chrissy to get on the internet and say she's unhoused, and the response or the reaction from the people is, well, you guys, it's hard out here right now. It's really hard out here. Rent is real high. It's a struggle. And all that's true. However, when Jasmine, my Jazzy Life, came to the internet a couple weeks ago and told you guys she was struggling and she needed a camera, she got ridiculed for that. Where Chris at? Where your man at? That's what everybody was saying to her. But when Chrissy gets on the internet, although Chrissy's not asking anybody to buy anything for her, but in my opinion, it's the same situation. There's a disconnect. There's even although Chrissy said it's not money, that's just because she's saying it doesn't mean it's true. But when Chrissy says I'm unhoused with 9 kids or 8 kids technically that live with her, it's the response from the people is, Chrissy, it's gonna be okay. It's all right. Yeah, girl, it happens. Yeah. But when Jasmine got on here with her 5 kids and told the world that she can't buy a camera, everybody was throwing tomatoes at Jazz. And where's your man at? Where Chris? Why you ain't ask your mama? Ask your daddy. Ask this one. And I was just like, well, what's the difference? I feel like if people threw tomatoes at Jasmine, throw tomatoes at Chrissy. I mean, Olivia the same way. When Olivia came on here and she moved into that, I don't know what type of apartment that is, Habitat apartment, I don't know, whatever apartment, somebody gave her homeless apartment. People were like, Olivia, why you ain't got to play? Why you know what I'm saying? That was the conversation. But when Chrissy does it, everybody empathizes and sympathizes with Chrissy. Is it because Chrissy has more kids? I don't think so, because my thing is, she's a mother with kids, regardless of how many she has. Jasmine's a mother of children, regardless of how many she has. Olivia's a mom with kids, regardless of how much she has. My opinion is the reason why people, in my opinion, the reason why people basically cradles Chrissy in her situations and don't do the other moms that we follow like that, is because people like Chrissy, because most times she come on here and she's aesthetically pleased. She comes on here with the eyelashes and the makeup and the hair and the nails, and everybody, oh, Chrissy, you're so cute. Because y'all, let's be honest, the internet is all about the show of things. Me personally, if Jasmine came on here with a cute wig all the time, cute nails all the time, cute eyelashes all the time, would she get a better pass? Would she get the same pass that Chrissy gets? Because I'm sorry, you guys, Chrissy has done this one too many times. I can see 1 or 2 times. We get it, sis. We all fall short. But this just happens. It seems like every damn year with this lady. She makes bad decisions with her money. She comes on the internet, talks about it because she knows it's going to get to the internet. And then everybody is crying a river for her. But the other 2 moms that we follow don't get the same. You see what I'm saying? I feel like if I could talk ish about Jasmine, if I could talk ish about Olivia, I could talk ish about Chrissy too, because I feel like all of them is one and the same.
I have been going on trips, and I have been going out, and I have still been enjoying my life because I knew what I was doing. I knew what I've been doing. So just trust that. I still want to take you guys with me on this journey, because this is something you know, it's something that I'm going through, and it's honest. It's just what it is. So I hope you guys can. I don't want to be insensitive to all situations, because, like I said, I've been in situations where it wasn't ideal, and I didn't have a chance to plan. I didn't have a chance to prepare, and I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do next. And those times were hard, and you guys saw me through those times. You guys were here.
With our family, our journey, girl, you are so hilarious. You say it's cool when Chrissy do it. It's a problem when they do it.
Through all of that. And so now this is the same situation, except this time I made an actual conscious decision to be in this uncomfortable season, because I know that it's going to bring about something bigger and better.
But that's the thing. Why is the season uncomfortable for you? If you comfortably made the decision to not renew your lease, why are you in an uncomfortable position because of that comfortable decision? Do y'all see the play on words? One thing I can say about Chrissy, she knows how to say it and make it sound good. Jasmine doesn't. She can barely say a full sentence, okay? Jasmine's not, she's not articulate, right? So that's why people don't really pay attention to her. Olivia is just obnoxious, and that's why people don't pay attention to her. But Chrissy, she has a way to, you know, play with the people. She has a way on words, and it, you know, and in some way it attracts people to her. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If Chrissy was like Jasmine and could barely form a sentence, she'll probably get tomatoes thrown at her too.
That's just the only way I can put it for you guys. Like, I don't really know what else to say, but I really want you guys to understand that, okay? Please know that everything that I do, I have my kids in my mind full 100%. I have made a lot of mistakes in the past. I am not perfect. I still make mistakes. It's fucking life. I mean,
see, that's the thing. Why are you talking about making mistakes when you said you purposely made the decision not to renew your lease? So why are we talking about the mistakes you've made in the past if this is not a mistake? You said you did it on purpose. So what are you see, that's what I'm saying. That's why Chrissy shouldn't have told us. Even if the internet would have brought your tea here, since you did it like you did with the what's his name? Rod. The Rod situation. When the people put out Rod's arrest record for the DV situation, Chrissy got right on this internet and told y'all that she wasn't a victim of DV, right? But then when he got arrested again, then Chrissy come on here and sitting in the car in the Tesla to tell her story. See what I'm saying? Just like y'all say Jasmine lied, Chrissy does too. Chrissy told us at first, y'all remember she came on here and said she was not a victim of DV? Then he gets arrested again. It's in black and white. And then she comes to try to explain the story. Jasmine do the same thing. But when Jasmine do it, she gets tomatoes and CPS called to her house. Chrissy does it. Everybody sitting around doing a kumbaya. When I tell you I don't understand the internet, I just don't.
Ain't nobody out here perfect. Ain't nobody out here living a fairy tale life. This shit is hard. But I feel like I'm trying to do better, and I'm trying to make better decisions. So now that when something does come about, I have a plan for it, or I try to handle it differently. So that's really basically all I wanted to say to you guys. Let me read some comments, and that's okay as long as you and those babies are happy, healthy, and blessed. That's all that matters. Right, exactly, cutie. Hey, sis. I have no doubt you know what you're doing. Thanks, B. You should know what's good for you and your family. Your mother is a great parent. Love a transparent queen. Heather, you're erasing comments that are talking ish is you authentic? Oh well. We single moms need mentors for who I'm desperately seeking a long-term mentor.
So it was her reading comments. I think she had a little bit more conversation. It was probably it's about 8 more minutes left in the live. If y'all want to go finish watching her live, you can. The beginning of her live, it was her waiting on 400 likes. I said, oh, we back to that again, Chrissy. So here's the thing. My thing is Chrissy just could have kept her business to herself. At this point, Chrissy coming on the internet telling people her and her children are unhoused is nothing new. You know, yeah, she can make money off of it and she's going to make a couple coins off of it, but it just appears that the money that she makes, it doesn't benefit her because she always finds herself coming back to the point where she has to address her audience with her PSA announcement of how she's growing and she's building and God is working with her. You know, and it's like, you know, I get it, sis. Like, again, a lot of people in my comments was like, oh, but it's hard out here and it's rough, and it is. But y'all, let me say something. Even with our current economic situation or economical situation, it was the same way back in 2008, when we had the housing crash, when Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac housing crash. It was a nightmare then, and we persevered through that, right? We're gonna persevere through this. You know, it just seems hard right now, but as time go on, we're all going to transition into the new way of living. You know, how expensive housing is, and it'll start settling out. You know what I'm saying? Because I even noticed in the grocery store. I remember when the pandemic first hit and all the little sales that they used to do, like at Kroger's, 10 for 10 and all that, they stopped doing those sales. They slowly kind of transitioned away from those type of sales. But I've been noticing at least all of 2023, Kroger's has now introduced those sales back, you know? So again, yes, groceries are expensive. Things are expensive now. Things, you know, let's be honest, y'all. Gas is not the same price as it was 30 years ago, right? And when gas started going up and we all were like shell shocked, now when we go to the gas station, y'all, we don't pay no attention to it because we've gotten used to it. And we're going to get used to everything else too. It's just a way of living. But for Chrissy, for her to always come on here talking about trying to make excuses for her bad decision making, again, especially with so many kids, and it's not necessarily judging her, but it's giving judgment based off the things she presents to the internet. In my opinion, she knew shit would have been expensive with 9 kids, bad economy or good. That's true. So that's just my thing. Like, I really get tired of Chrissy and all the fluff conversation. It's like, sis, stop it at this point. Like, why don't you ever get on here, Chrissy, and just keep it 100, sis? Yeah, I effed up some money. The man that romanced her in New York, where is he at? Where can he not help you? My thing is this, sis. If the man knew you had 9 kids, did you guys not have a conversation at some point that when you got back to Denver, you were going to have to pack and move your stuff in storage? Imagine you dating a guy and he takes you to New York for your birthday. And you tell this man in the midst of you guys laying in the bed in a hotel in New York, when you get back, you got to go pack all your stuff up and put it in storage and go stay with a family member because you're choosing not to renew your lease and you have nowhere to go. Imagine that. What type of conversation is that to have? Like, think about that, y'all. You're going to have to pack your stuff and put it in storage. You don't have anywhere to go, so you're going to stay with a family member. Yes, you're not laying in the parking lot of the Kroger's grocery store with your kids. Granted, a family member or whoever allowed you and your kids to come there and stay, but yet you were in New York spending tons of money that you could have saved, held on to, put that with any other money to get your children in another homed situation. Because just like she's uncomfortable, the kids are going to be uncomfortable too. Chrissy don't have 2 or 3 kids. Child, she got 9. That's a lot of people to be knocking on somebody's door and talk about, can I stay here for about 2-3 months? With 9 kids plus yourself, that's 10 people. So I don't even get it. I don't understand. That's the part. Like, Chrissy probably shouldn't have put that video out. Like she said, she has other videos in the archives that she hasn't put out. Well, sis, that should have probably been one of those videos too. Oh, Lakota, I don't know anything about that. Ooh, okay, yeah, Lakota, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about that. I haven't heard about that. How do you know that? I hope that's not true. Oh Lord. I hope Lakota, I hope that's not true, sis. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, if her child, if what you're saying is true and her child is having those type of conversations, I'm just going to assume on the internet somewhere. Chrissy probably shouldn't be worried about the dog Gucci. She probably should be more worried about her daughter. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. Like I said, the fact that Chrissy was all hugged up in a hotel and less than a month later, you had to go move your stuff and it looks like by yourself into a storage. Child, I don't. And then that's the thing. Wherever you are, where are the kids sleeping at? Because we watched you move your bed frames into storage. So what you got? A whole bunch of air mattresses laying all over somebody's house? That was on purpose? So your kids don't even have privacy. You don't have privacy. That was on purpose. Again, if you knew months ago that you weren't going to renew your lease, then why didn't you months ago start making plans or provisions to put you and your family in a better living situation? Now, a lot of people in her chat was saying, yeah, nature calling. Chrissy biologically has 9 children. Cash comes to, or Kingston, excuse me, Kingston. No, it's not Kingston. His name is Cash. Cash comes and visits, right? So Kingston is her oldest son. So it's not Kingston nature calling. His name, the little boy that lives with his dad, name is Cash. Cash does come over and visit. So essentially, you still always have to say 9 kids unless she tells the dad, hey, right now we unhoused, so Cash can't come over and spend the night because I barely got a place for these other 8 kids, right? So I'm always say 9 kids because at the end of the day, 9 kids. Oh, Lakota, I didn't know that, sis. I didn't know that. Well, I'm not going to speak on that situation with her daughter. You know, that's a very touchy situation. I'm going to let Chrissy handle that, however she wants to handle that. I don't know anything about, I haven't seen that anywhere, so I'm not sure. But hopefully that's not happening with that little girl. I pray that those are not the thoughts that she's having. I pray. So anyway, I don't want to get off onto that, you guys, because I don't know anything about that. So I don't want to talk about a situation I don't know anything about. You said that's why Chrissy was going around the bush and lied, saying her phone died. She just wanted to confront her child. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Lakota. I understand that it sounds like you know what you're talking about, but unfortunately, I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't speak on it because I don't know. And then that has to do with a child, sis. I don't want to talk about that. Okay. Our family, our journeys is Chrissy is just as selfish as the other ladies, and this situation proves it. Just trust she gonna do what tickles her fancy, and that's true. I do feel like Chrissy, she values penis over anything else. I definitely do feel that way. Now, I mean, obviously, y'all, we you know, women as women, we like to be loved on. Okay, now regardless if you want to be loved on by another by a man, or if you want to be loved on by another woman, that's your business. Okay, but at the end of the day, everybody wants love. But you wanting or needing that love never should supersede the wants and the needs of your children, right? And children need and should have a stable environment, right? And once you have all that put in place, then you can go ahead and do what you want to do, right? It's as long as the kids are taken care of. Now, I understand the kids. She says, again, Chrissy says that the kids are living with family. I would really be curious to know what family house that they're living in, because y'all, most people houses are 3 bedrooms, maybe 4. But for the most part, most people homes are 3 bedrooms. And most of those people with 3-bedroom houses, the reason why they have a 3-bedroom house is because they have other people that live in their family to occupy those rooms. So how would Chrissy and her 8 kids come and occupy somebody's house that's already occupied by their own family? I believe they all in her mom's 1-bedroom apartment. That could be a possibility, Sheikah. With love said our family, exactly. She is very selfish. She always put herself first. She ran her raggedy ass around the whole damn summer with her rent and bill money, and them kids ain't do ish. Yeah, we talked about that. Chrissy, Jessica said just selfish. Ezra said Chrissy doesn't show her being her children on the cam. Not saying she ain't ish, but Jasmine shows it so people talk about it. Okay, yep, I believe you. I believe that. Walk says TMR always wish the best for Chrissy, but I never was a fan of her ass. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, y'all, we wish the best for all of them. But again, Chrissy put this stuff on the internet. I mean, I think at this time, we probably should start talking about, imagine, again, all of Chrissy's kids, except the youngest one, is in school, right? Imagine one of the schoolmates, I think her oldest daughter is in high school now. I think because I think the little girl's 15. Imagine one of her high school friends jumped on the internet and see Chrissy's thumbnail and clicked on it, and now find out Chrissy, her classmate's mom, and her as well, Chrissy's oldest daughter, is unhoused. Like, that's embarrassing. You know, like these women, I just really feel like they don't have any respect for their children and what their children got to go through. Now, am I saying just because you got kids, you can't do the internet? No, I'm not saying that. But you just need to be choosy about the type of stuff you put on the internet. Because, again, it can affect your own children. I like Chrissy's personality, but this BS got to stop. Like, really. Yeah, it does. It's too much, okay? Right, Miss Purple? It's too much at this point. It's like, sis, we tired of you getting on here talking about you trying to get stronger, you trying to grow, God working with you. Well, when is God going to fix you completely? Because you say God been working on you. When is you gonna let God have his will? Like, girl, you gotta stop putting yourself in these. I don't believe the whole I moved on purpose. You know, especially moving and not having a place to go to, but then sit on the internet and say you're right now, you're uncomfortable. Well, why put yourself in an uncomfortable situation on purpose? That makes no sense. But let's be honest, a lot of what Chrissy does don't make any sense at this point. So I'ma just say this. Prayerfully, but now until whenever that girl decides to get herself in a place, sis, don't talk about this situation anymore. If you want to come on the internet, just come on the internet and talk about whatever, right? But don't get on the internet talking about your unhoused situation. Because let's be honest, y'all, who is she helping? Girl, you're not helping anybody by getting on here talking about you unhoused with 9 kids, right? Because it looks like the place you were living at, it appeared to be a nice place. You went from not living in that nice place. If you could afford to pay the rent every month, what's the problem with continue to pay it? Again, Chrissy is a person that doesn't have the best of credit. So if you manage to find a place for you to rent, then why didn't you stay there? You said, I don't believe it, Tasha, not for 1 second. And again, why didn't she say all this in the first video? Well, you know, when it comes to the internet thing, it's all about making the most money you can on your own content, right? Just like Keontae is on part 3 of his video. It's about making the most money you can on your content. So, you know, in that point, that makes sense for her not to say it all in one video because, you know, she going to get as much money as she can off her own tea. You said it's about to get cold there. Yeah, and it gets real cold in Denver. All right, y'all. So that's enough for Chrissy, okay? If she decides to come back and talk about it, which I hope she not, but we know these ladies, they love to run their mouth on the internet. They definitely will. But at this point, sis, I wonder who the man that she's dealing with. I wonder what is he watching the video? Because Chrissy told us herself that the guy that she went on the trip to New York with, she told us that he asked to follow her on Instagram. So I'm pretty sure he's aware that you have a YouTube channel. I wonder if he subscribed to your channel, when he got the notification that you and your kids was homeless, I wonder what was the thoughts that ran through his head. Wait, what? You homeless? Wait, girl, I could have gave you the money we spent on the hotel and the fancy food and the expensive drinks. And I could have, you know, and you could have paid whatever you needed to pay. I wonder if that man that she went on that trip with is notification gang and saw that damn video, okay? Because I noticed the whole time in this video where she was sitting outside, she ain't mentioned that man not one damn time, okay? She did not mention him not one time, okay? Debbie Ann says, it never makes sense, sis. Mother's Journey said, I bet not see her ass on another flight. Baebay. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. She can fly as many times as she wants to. Like, y'all, let's be honest. Chrissy being unhomed right now with her kids isn't affecting us. It obviously affects her and her children. I just think it's tacky at this point. It's like, sis, that video. I mean, it was a good video. If you showed us the a little bit of New York and the cute drinks and the good food. We appreciate that content, sis. But we don't appreciate watching that, knowing that less than a month later you had to go put all your stuff in storage and it looked like you moved it by yourself. All right, y'all, let's move on. We're gonna get over here to Livy Poo. Okay, so y'all, Olivia went live yesterday. Sis said she had a PSA announcement. I said, oh God, not another damn PSA announcement. What about now, Livy? Well, y'all, Olivia wanted to let us know that she is moving her her conversations to her membership. Okay, so Olivia is trying membership again. All right, y'all know for the longest Olivia has really tried to get the people to come and congregate and have conversations with her for coin. Okay, she tried it on Instagram. It didn't work. She tried Patreon. It didn't work. She's on her like third attempt of membership only conversations. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, at this point, it's not gonna work either. Because Olivia got to understand her time of gathering people together to have one-on-one or in-depth, let me say that, in-depth conversations with them. Since your time has surpassed on that, okay? Because you have had so many opportunities on this internet. The people just are done. They, especially when they can't really believe what you're saying or they don't find your conversation to be genuine. Yeah, nobody's gonna pay $15 for an ungenuine conversation. Child, you can get on here, cry, snot, booger tears, all you damn want to. I'm using Peach's word. All you damn want to. But at the end of the day, I don't think too many people, it might be a handful of people that are going to give you that 15. But since I because again, Olivia has proven in the past that she can't sustain that type of additional content. She's proven that to us time and time again. So Olivia got on here with her PSA, and so let's see what she had to talk about.
No, I'm not playing with y'all anymore. So that's fine. People don't have to be a part of anything. I deleted this membership. We have one membership now. It is $14.99. You guys can join it. And you guys can be in the members' lives where I'm going to fucking start talking about a lot of shit because I'm sick of holding shit in. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. And I need a safe place for me to talk about these things. And I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you want to take it to court, if you want to show go ahead. Because at this point, it's all just like a matter of not liking Liv. Everyone wants to turn everybody against me. I don't care about any fucking body but my children.
So Olivia really doesn't like how the internet doesn't embrace her. Like right now, how the internet, for the most part, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that are embracing Chrissy during her homeless situation. Olivia doesn't like that she doesn't get the same thing. And she really wants to know why people don't like her. And, at this point, I don't even think it's even worth answering or trying to figure out, because even if you do find the answer, are you going to change the behavior that people have grown to dislike? Probably not, because it's your personality. It's in you. So at this point, it doesn't even make sense to even try to figure out why the people don't like her. But for the longest, Olivia just can't understand why people don't embrace her like they embrace everybody else. She doesn't understand it.
I've always been that type of mom. My fucking pregnancy.
All right, so something else that you guys may not know, Olivia has been alluding to the fact that she's going to be moving very, very soon. Okay, so yeah, she's been alluding to the fact that she's moving back to Texas. You heard me. Olivia has been alluding to the fact that she's moving back to Texas. And I said, my God in heaven. I said, Olivia, and you had the nerve to talk about Chrissy. My God, girl. You move just as much as she does. And damn near got just as many kids as Chrissy has. Child, you going on 5, Chrissy got 9. I said, we going back to Texas? How, Olivia? Where are you going to stay? Where do you think you'll be able to find you a place? Are you going to be able to get you a homeless place in Texas? I'm thinking to myself, girl, you did all that last year to move to Texas. And then less than a year later, you come back to Florida. You went through all that you went through to get into this apartment. And now you're going to abandon the apartment to go back to Texas? I said, Lord, you just can't make this stuff up.
You guys, I can't even talk to my fucking kids. Okay, that is being taken away from me. So much has been taken away from me. And I don't care anymore. I'm going to start talking about it. And if people want to continue to lie on me and tell my business to other people so other people can come and tell fucking fake ass stories about me, go the fuck ahead. But if I was a bad mom and I didn't give a fuck about my kids, none of this shit would bother me. I don't let y'all see it bother me because people just use it against me at this point. It's all about ha ha ha. Look what they're doing to you now. That's all it's about. And I get it now. I get it. So you guys don't see this side of me anymore.
My thing is, why are we going back to Texas when the whole reason you left Texas is because you didn't have help with little AJ? And I'm going to tell you right now, Olivia's mother is not going to stay in Texas. She'll come to help Olivia get settled, but then she's going to go back to Florida. Olivia's mother wants to be by water. Although there is a body of water in Texas, but it's down near Galveston, not up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, okay? Olivia's mother don't really like Texas like that. She loves Florida and California because, again, those are states that are on bodies of water. Olivia's mother is not feeling Texas. She'll come long enough to help Olivia, a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3, but she's not going to make that. She's not going to, just like Olivia's mother has a bedroom in this apartment, she's not going to have a bedroom in Texas. So I don't understand why we're going back to Texas when now you're going back with not 1, but 2 kids, a newborn and an almost 2-year-old with no help. When you told us the whole reason why you left is because you didn't have any help. And then that's another thing. You never really told the people your whole reason why you left the first time. So what's your reason for going back this time? Is it your kids? Well, why did you leave? Wouldn't the reason to stay, if you left and you're going back for the kids, then what was the reason for leaving when the same kids are still there?
But I'm just sick of the lies. I'm sick of them. And I won't stand for them anymore. And no, I'm not crying. I'm just this is frustration. This is pure frustration because I'm sick of going through this bullshit. And I know I see that, I see like a brighter day. I see this like coming to an end, all the shit that I'm going through. It's just going to take some time. Like every fucking thing in life, it takes time. Because what's been happening to me, what I've been going through with this situation, it's so sick and twisted, and it's all meant to destroy Liv. That's all it's about, and hurt my kids in the process. And I'm not going to be quiet about it anymore. I'm not.
Okay, well, sis, if you don't want to be quiet about it, then just talk about it. The fact that you want to congregate a bunch of people and charge them $15. Now, Olivia states also that she's not monetized on YouTube. She also stated that Instagram is no more, right? She's not going to be, congregating on Instagram. She said her 2 main platforms for social media will be YouTube and TikTok. She says she also will be going back to Bigo, just not right now. So I just assumed that meant once she dropped this baby, she'll be back on Bigo. All right. Well, sis, if you're not monetized on YouTube, because her exact words in this video was the money that she's charging for her membership lives are going to benefit YouTube, not her, because she's not monetized. Well, sis, if you're not monetized, then why are you charging $15? Is it to weed out the people from the ones who really should be in your conversations to the ones who not? When it's already been tested and proven. When she was on Patreon charging what, $20, it was people paying $20 to get her videos and bring them here and shit, make triple the money off of it, right? So that's not going to necessarily weed out anything. The whole I'm not get paid on YouTube, like, sis, really? Of course you're getting paid on YouTube, Olivia. If you weren't getting paid on YouTube, you wouldn't have the functionality to do memberships, ma'am. That's all a part of monetization, Olivia.
I'm not. I don't have to come on here and talk shit and attack anybody else, but I am going to tell what's going on with me. I'm going to talk about what I'm going through as a mother in this situation. So, yeah, let's start on that. All the proceeds go to YouTube because my channel's not monetized, but it is what it is. I don't care. I need to make a space where I can talk, where I can speak, and where I can feel comfortable.
Well, sis, if you're not getting paid, which we all know that that's not true, but if you need a space where you can talk and get it all out, why don't you make a space on a therapist's couch? Wouldn't that help you better? Let's be real, y'all. If you need a space to let your feelings out and talk, why not do it to a therapist who can work through your pain, right? The internet can help you work through your pain, sis, because you don't know half of what the internet is telling you in response to what you're telling them is even beneficial to you. Now, again, I understand these ladies blog their lives and they make money off of it, but I really think it has came to an end with this whole, with Chrissy, Olivia, and Jasmine. You know, these ladies did too much way too soon. Olivia had the chance to monetize her pain years ago when she first went through the separation of her and Gerard. But instead of her handling it as a grown woman, in my opinion, she handled it like a 17-year-old teenager. And she fumbled the ball and missed a lot of money behind it, right? So now she's trying to reinvent or recreate that moment. And the moment has lost. The train has left the station, sis, and it ain't coming back no time soon.
I understand. Okay, so what this means, because I'm deleting my last memberships, my loyalty gang level 1, I'm deleting that. So everybody, it says all members of deleted levels will lose their membership and will be reimbursed for last month. So you guys that all have memberships, you guys will lose your membership because that's the only membership I had. You guys will lose your membership, but you'll be reimbursed by the end of the month. And you guys can re-up and get the new membership, or you don't have to. It's totally up to you. I'm just letting everybody know that, yeah.
You can tell as good as when Olivia needs to move, because this is when she starts the whole let's run a bag real quick, okay? Y'all remember when she did the Patreon thing, and soon after that we found out she was running back to Texas, right? She does this every time. These ladies are so predictable. Sis, what's wrong with going to get a job? You could go to the temp service and get a check every damn week, right? What's wrong with doing that, ma'am? You can do YouTube and work a job. Why y'all don't want to? It's just like they afraid of working. But you know what's going to happen? This economy going to hit so hard, you're going to be forced to go to work because y'all won't stop birthing kids that you can't afford and take care of. So you're going to be forced to have to go with a job. Baby, when I tell you I am just outdone with these people, like, oh my God.
Yeah. We'll be going live tomorrow. And like I said, even with my pregnancy and everything, I'm not sharing it anymore. I'm done. I thought I could. I always try to like come back and like share my experiences, but I'm sick of the bullshit. I just want to share it with people who actually genuinely care. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And like I said, I know that one of these days, this will be over for me. Of course, this is not like an ongoing thing that's going to happen for the rest of my life. But right now, and plus I'm pregnant. So I feel like everything is like amplified. And this is how it was when I was pregnant with AJ. Like, I mean, I was also going through it when I was pregnant with AJ, but everything was fucking extreme when I was pregnant with him because I was like super, super, super upset about everything. I mean, you know, everything. I was very emotional, and it's the same thing now. I'm just.
But why you can't talk to the baby daddy, sis? He isn't your confidant. I mean, you're pregnant with his child. You can't lean on his shoulder and let all your feelings out, since it's especially since you don't get paid on YouTube. So why you can't just go over there and talk to him? The fact that this girl got 97,000 subscribers. Oh my God. When she would make more money just putting up a video, regardless if people are going to talk about it or not. Sis, you are the one who made the conscious decision to continuously come on here and put your personal business on the internet, right? Why keep running to memberships and Patreons and Instagrams and all this stuff when, let's be honest, sis, the bulk of your bread and butter is YouTube. Olivia also told us that she was going to be more consistent on Glam Mama. Child, she ain't even been over there since she said that, and she said that a couple weeks ago.
Super emotional, but I feel like I do so much. I'm not appreciated. People like just want to see me fucking lose, and it's like, okay, well now you don't need to be a part of anything. If people want to be a part, people want to support, you can totally do that. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You'll still see me on TikTok. The Instagram shit is over. Like I said, unsubscribe from my Instagram. I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to keep everything simple where I can go live, you know, where I could do my content on just a couple platforms. And that will be YouTube and TikTok. And soon again, I'll be back on Bigo, but Bigo is something else.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had a very stressful day today. Very, very stressful. And you know what I did? And maybe that's not the remedy for everybody. Yeah, I took one of my Be Chic candles, Shiloh. It's actually one of my favorite out of my 6 classic scents that's coming out next week. I took one of those, lit it, and just sat here and just stared out the window. That just calmed me for a moment. I love candles, y'all. It's just something about a candle that just, it doesn't fix everything, but it definitely helps. Olivia coming on the internet, charging people $15 to listen to her complain. When essentially, sis, what is that fixing? It's not fixing anything. It'll put a little money in your pocket. Well, maybe it won't because you say you're not monetized. So I guess it'll put money in YouTube pockets. However, how does that fix it? It's the fact that nobody wants to fix a problem. Yeah, I got issues myself, but I work on fixing those because I don't want to just keep coexisting with the problem. I want it fixed so it won't keep bothering me. Yeah. Excuse me. You get what I'm saying?
TikTok is something else and YouTube is something else. It's all its own thing, you know? Hi, baby. Yes, I'm live. Why are you looking like that?
Oh, it's SB.
Why are
Happy
you looking
birthday
like
to you,
that,
sis.
man? He went, what you doing over here, mama? What you doing, Papa? Honey, yeah, mommy cleaned up your space, you see? I cleaned up your whole space for you.
Shouts out to the 1K in the chat.
I cleaned up your whole space. You like it? Yeah. I cleaned up his little area. I was just cleaning right now. I actually did a cleaning video. Shout out to Carol. She sees this. Carol told me to do a cleaning video. And I was like, no, but I'm happy I did. The cleaning helped me because like I said in my last live, you guys,
Yes,
I've been
Walk,
wanting to get on here and cuss people out for the longest time. And I'm happy that I didn't.
That's the thing, Olivia. You always want to get on the internet and cuss somebody out when the people don't pay no attention to you about you cussing them out. You act like cussing somebody out gonna make them stop. Like, it's not gonna stop until you stop, ma'am. There don't nobody care nothing about you cussing them out. You've been doing that and it ain't stopped. It's actually grown even bigger. You know, she killed me with that. Walk by faith, not by sight. Yes, I will be having eucalyptus candle. Yes, I will.
You know, because that doesn't do anything. When I stoop to other people's levels, it doesn't do anything for me. But I'm telling you, I've been on like 1,000 with my emotions, and I haven't.
Thank you, Candy. BC.
What happened, Booba? Yeah, did you have a good nap? He just took a nap, y'all. This baby's kicking up a storm. Yeah, I know. That's your Donald Duck? I think that's Donald Duck. That's Donald Duck, Papa. Yeah, that's your Donald. That actually needs to be in the bathtub. He'd be taking all his toys out the bathtub and bringing them over here. Even this right here, me crying a little bit. This is what people want. People want to see me cry, be upset. All of that stuff. If there's any haters or anybody talking shit, yes, just delete them. Fuck even timing them out, delete their ass, delete them. Y'all are so miserable. Y'all literally have nothing to say about me, so all you guys do is lie. That's it. Lie.
You know, Olivia, I don't really call it a lie. I call it an assumption. The assumption may not be true, but it's based off your mannerisms, the things that you say on the internet, based off previous things you have said. People just compile those two together and just feel like, sis, you're not telling the truth. And at this point, it really don't matter. She don't have to tell the truth. Like, it's her story. She tell it how she want to tell it, in my opinion. But it's just like, Olivia, nobody cares, sis. Like, you're one of many people on this internet. Like, sis, get up here, tell it how it is. Don't worry about the repercussions from it and keep it pushing. Like, all this, I want to have a secret club where I could come and talk about Gerard and Antonisha like a dog because they got my kids and I don't have my kids. Like, because that's what it's all about. And again, I understand you feeling some type of way because you're not with your children full time. Yeah, I guess that would hurt. If you love your kids, it should hurt. But that should be all the more reason why you should have never left Texas where they were at. Now, again, you got yourself pregnant and you came back to Florida so you can have help from your mom and your sister. But again, how inconsiderate of Olivia. Like, her mama don't have a life. Like, her sister don't have a life. Her sister got a husband and children. It's like, Olivia, just handle yourself. Imagine Olivia getting her 3 children back along with the 2, the one she has and the one on the way. Imagine Olivia with 5 damn kids, y'all. We'll never see her head because she gonna keep a bonnet on her head. Olivia's gonna be stressed to the max with 5 children because AJ definitely seems like a handful, right? All her kids are a handful. And you're gonna have a newborn too? Child. Not a man in sight to help.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so insane to me. I never thought that this shit would turn into that. Like, at least if you hate somebody, have a fucking real reason to hate them. Hating me because of bullshit eyes, that's crazy. And I could give a less. I don't give a fuck if you bitches like me, hate me. I don't care. I'll still be right here doing what the fuck I do. Having my 5, 10, however many supporters I really have supporting me. Like, I don't care. I'm not a kid.
See, that's Olivia's biggest thing. Olivia doesn't like that she doesn't bring the crowd like she used to. Olivia doesn't make the money that she used to on YouTube. But Olivia, who is so damn hard-headed, have to really understand, sis, you sabotage your own damn self. Like, kick yourself in the butt, ma'am. You did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. You can't get mad at the people. She's so busy. You definitely are mad because people don't like you. Because when people were enjoying your content, like when you actually did have content, people were congregating over there to your channel. Let's be honest, y'all. Without those kids, she don't have any content. She really doesn't. Imagine, just think about it, you guys. Think about the last 3 years in Olivia's videos. The girl has barely put out any vlogs. The majority of her content in the past 3 years have been live streams of her ranting and raving about Gerard, Antonisha, whatever else she got going on, right? Or the haters on the internet, or the reactors. That's all she's talked about for the past 3 years. But when all 3 of her kids were living in the home with her, it was trips to Walmart. It was hanging around the house with the kiddos. You know, it was actual content. Without those kids, she don't have any content. And Olivia has realized it has financially hurt her channel. But she has a baby there, AJ. Why didn't you use AJ as your content? Oh, that's right. You don't want the internet to see him for some odd reason. I don't think it has anything to do with who the father of that child is. I think it has more to do with the child itself that she don't want the world to see.
His ass. I'm not a yes man. I'm not a fucking do what everybody else does, so I'm liked. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I've always stood on my own 10 toes down. The fuck? Always. And I've always been hated for it. So I'll continue to be hated for who I am than liked for who I'm not. You can keep it. I'm good. I'm totally good. I know that I'm a good person. I love the people I love, and I care for them, and I go hard for the people that I love. And I'm a good mother. I've always been a good mother. You guys will never find a compilation video of me mistreating my kids, blah, blah, blah. Never.
You see how she just... Now, I think at this point, us saying she's shading Jasmine, it makes sense because her and Jasmine are cool anymore. But the fact that you could throw that shade at Jasmine as if Jasmine don't get it just like you get it on the internet just goes to show me, Olivia, you don't care about other people. You just said that you care about other people. So if you care about other people, you wouldn't be making reference to what Jasmine goes through on the internet because that was your homegirl, right? Jasmine doesn't make any reference to what you go through on the internet. So you don't care about people. And that's, in my opinion, that's Olivia's biggest downfall because she don't give a damn about other people. So other people don't give a damn about her. Anytime you can get on the internet and talk about people's deceased family members, her baby daddy, a fellow reactor on this, anytime you can get on here and talk about other people's dead family members, girl, do you really think somebody gonna give a damn about you?
Never. And I'm gonna always stand by that shit, no matter how many people want to put me down for this situation that I'm going through. This situation that I was naive in, and I didn't know no better, because I never thought a motherfucker would do me like this. But guess what? They will. They definitely will.
You always talking about you didn't think Gerard would do you like this. Sis, why don't you ever take accountability? Why did you put yourself in a position where Gerard could do you like that? That's the $1 million question, ma'am. Had you not did whatever you did, Gerard wouldn't have had a reason to haul your ass in the damn courthouse because there wouldn't have been nothing to report on. And you might thought, oh, well, Gerard, you should have just forgiven gave me. I said I was sorry. Well, Gerard didn't want to take sorry from you because once again, everything leading up to Gerard taking you to court, you antagonized the man, you humiliated him, you and him going back and forth on the internet. So at that point, Gerard was like, we're not in a position where we can talk and work things out because instead of you calling Gerard, working things out privately, you chose to come to the internet publicly and talk about your business, sis. You told us the man was over there eating your booty like groceries. Like we really needed to know that, Olivia. And by you saying stupid-ish like that is the reason why Gerard don't F with you in the way you feel like he should today. Because you wanted to be cute for the internet. And now the internet don't even give a damn about watching you. So you did all that for nothing. You should have saved face with Gerard and had a better relationship with Gerard. So at least you could have had a better co-parenting relationship and had a better situation with your children. You did all that for the internet, and now the internet won't even come and watch you. Do that make any sense? No, it doesn't.
And any man can get away with this shit. All he got to do is lie on you. That's all he got to do. Lie on you and put you in a position. That's it. People think they're above this shit. You're not. Trust me. You're not. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like I said, this won't always be what I'm going through. This won't always be what I'm going through.
I'm going to tell you something. One thing I will say about the courts, one thing they are very adamant about is stability. That's why Chrissy doesn't have cash, because she couldn't prove stability. Olivia, your own moving back and forth, Florida, Texas, Florida, Texas, Florida, Texas, has proved instability. Has proved instability. The courts are definitely going to make mention of that. You running back to Florida, back to Texas, back to Florida, back to Texas. Sis, one thing for sure, the courts, if they feel like you're the better parent, you got to prove stability. You can't prove that right now.
It's temporary, and that's why people are so happy that it's happening, because it's happening. Once this shit is over and done in my life, what else will they say? What else will they say? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah? Okay. What? Yeah? Yeah, are you jumping? Oh, you jumping, Papa. Yeah, try to say the worst of the worst about me. That's fucking crazy. Bitch ain't never been homeless. A bitch ain't never not had a car. A bitch ain't never mistreated her kids. A bitch ain't never none of that shit. Y'all saw one whack ass nigga on my channel and wanted to call me all the names in the book. Bitch, bye.
See, Olivia don't like that. Olivia said I had one bum on my channel and y'all won't let me live it down. Olivia hates the fact that people don't embrace her content like they used to when she was living with the Webbs. Well, sis, that's because your content changed. You changed and your content changed. That's why. It don't have nothing to do with Zolo. You changed and your content changed.
What? It's so funny. And the gaslighting is like, the gaslighting is crazy. It's insane. It's insane. It's so crazy to me because y'all saw me with one piece of shit nigga and wanted to fucking crucify me. But all these bitches wanted him. And I'm not trying to talk about him because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm so happy for him. Good for him. He's with the old lady. But now he's with the old lady, and y'all are the same bitches who downed me for being with the bum are like clapping because the old lady's with him. You know how many bum ass bitches wanted him?
But sis, word on the curb, he leveled up when he left you. Okay, he ain't over there needing shoes from Walmart. Sis, he going over there to Saks Fifth buying shoes. Okay, I mean, I don't know why he wasn't leveling up when he was with you. But the old lady over there helped him put him up on game, sis. She helped him out. So I guess in some people's eyes, he's not a bum anymore because it looks like Sir got a little coin over there. Okay, they say he's working too, sis. Now, one thing I will say about Zolo, he didn't mind working when he was with Olivia, right? He just didn't have transportation to get to the jobs. Okay, Olivia would let him use Gerard's car, but she couldn't do that all the time, right? Well, now he's over there and he got his own daggone vehicle, sis. So I guess now he's not really considered a bum. Because he got a job, he got a little coin in his pocket. He didn't have that when he was with you.
But I'm crucified for being with him. You bitches are retarded. And I'm not trying to bring him up because he's relevant in my life because he's not. He'll never be. Y'all bitches still bring him up.
But the fact that you brought up Zolo in the midst of you telling us that you change and going to membership, What does Zolo got to do with the fact that you need to get stuff off your chest? Is that what you are? You mad because he leveled up when he went over there with the Miss Donna? Because that's her name, Libby. You know her name. You watch the channel. You mad because he leveled up because he went over there with Miss Donna? Well, girl, why are you mad if you didn't care nothing about him? That should be nothing. You should be more mad at Gerard since that was your husband and the father of your 3 children. If you have no connection with Zolo, that should just be another ninja that was on your list. Why are you even bringing up Zolo? That's weird. Like, why would you even bring him up if he's irrelevant? I guess he got some relevancy somewhere.
It's crazy. My whole point of bringing that up is like the manipulation. It's like y'all shit on me for being with the person that you hoes wanted to be with. Ew.
Girl, who wanted to be with Zolo? Shit, Miss Donna is the one over there with him. He ain't got 90,000 women he living with. He living with one. So what hoes wanted him? Child, did nobody want him because they seen where he was coming from, where he came from. Child, did nobody want him but you?
Ew.
Oh, and Donna.
That was one bum ass nigga. There's other bitches on this platform that bring bum ass niggas year by year by year by year, just fucking with bum ass niggas. Fucking, bitch, it's called living and learning. You think I would ever be with another bum ass nigga in my life? No. I'm sorry. That's for the birds.
So you have graduated from saving people from the halfway house. You don't do that no more. Well, that's good, sis. Livy, we talk to you later, girl. Okay, bye. Oh, Lord, have mercy, honey. Oh, Olivia will wear you out, baby. When I tell you she will wear you out, she will wear you out. Child, she mad because y'all not embracing her because she was with one bum. But yet y'all embrace everybody else who got many bums. I'm thinking to myself, girl, why do you even care at this point? Like, why bring up, like, she got so much animosity on her chest, girl. When I tell you Olivia is mad at the internet, imagine being mad at the internet instead of your own damn self. Imagine that. Imagine you being mad at the internet that a bunch of strangers don't eat you up and love you up and kiss all on you. Imagine that. Child, you got more beef for the internet than you do that man over there that you got 3 kids with. Or even the man that you say AJ's the father of and the one in your belly. Where is he at? Always G said TMR, why isn't she monetized? I thought it was automatic if you had subscribers and viewers. No, sis, monetization is not automatic. You have to apply for it, and then you have to abide by the rules and regulations in the YPP program. Just like YouTube will give you monetization, they definitely will take it away. It's like a driver's license, sis. It's a privilege to be monetized on YouTube. Olivia is definitely monetized, sis, because if she was not monetized, she would not be able to do live memberships. Okay. How else would Olivia survive, y'all? Let's be honest. Would she get a check somewhere? She don't get at least I don't think she does. I don't know what she get, but I'm just going to assume the sis don't get a check anywhere. Well, how else would the girl survive? Her mama can't pay all the bills. All right. So Olivia definitely is getting some type of income from YouTube. That's the only reason why she's still. Imagine not being monetized, but spend hours on a channel that's not monetized. For what? She demonetized her channel to get child support lowered. It was temporarily. Oh, Lord. All this so she can't pay child support. Baby, that's a lot. Okay. Now, so that's what Lisa said. Lisa said she demonetized her channel to get child support lowered. It was temporary. Oh, okay. Well, what's the point of demonetizing yourself to get child support lowered when it's time to read? Because they do it every 2 years, unless she thinks between now and then she'll get those kids back. Baby, I hope she do get those kids back. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I really do hope she get those kids back. Because, baby, when I tell you it's gonna be a sight to see, it's gonna be a sight to see. Olivia over there with 5 damn kids. Okay, it's gonna be a sight to see. You said AJ get SSI? Yeah, child. I don't know. Mel S. You know that for sure? I don't know. I don't know what he gets. Ain't no way she did that. At least Jazza isn't talking to a ghost. Baby. Okay. Well, Dr. Mari said you hope she doesn't get them back. Well, you know what, y'all? She could get them back. It's a possibility. I don't know. Anything's possible. But can you imagine her with 5 kids over there? That's gonna be a sight to see. The girl don't even have a car right now. Imagine her with 5 kids. Baby, that's gonna be a mess. All right, y'all. That's my time. That's my reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Make sure you guys thumbs up the live on your way out the door. Clock out the break room by hitting the like button. I'm definitely gonna see you in the next one. Make sure y'all go over there and follow me on Instagram at bchic_candle. And I'm gonna be back real soon. Remember, sub what you love. Bye.